Let me know you can see me and hear me. Just making sure I'm going live everywhere I need to be. I'm doing multi-streaming. So, right, let me know you can see me and hear me. We're doing some multi-streaming tonight. We are live on my business page in my Facebook group, Dynamic Business Strategist. We're live on IG and we're also live on my YouTube channel. So you can catch me in multiple places. So let me know where you are and let me know if you can actually see me and hear me before we jump into tonight's conversation. I'm really, really excited to have this conversation with you guys because it's our ongoing conversation about the different strategies you can use to start your business and grow your business. And a lot of these conversations are conversations we've had before, but it's always good to reiterate these points, because sometimes you need little reminders, right? And this is your opportunity, obviously, to ask any questions about the topic. So tonight we're actually talking about how you go about creating multiple streams of income in your business. And I chose this topic because it's a question I get asked a lot. I got asked it just yesterday by, by two different clients. I get asked this question a lot for people who really want to make sure and not just rely on one stream of income. And we're going to talk about what that may look like for different types of businesses. If you've ever thought about that or you're wondering exactly how you do that in your own business, just type a one in the comments to me. Just type a one so I know that that is something that you actually want to learn about. And if you're listening to this later on, if you're listening to the replay, just type replay in the comments so that I know you're listening to the replay. Right. So, guys, welcome tonight. For those of you who are here for the very first time, I am Adana Austin. I am your business coach and consultant, and I work with high end entrepreneurs like yourself to get very clear on your goals, identify your ideal clients, and develop the strategies to grow your business, right? And this is part of what this conversation is all about tonight. Multiple streams of income. So when people think about multiple streams of income, there are two trains of thought, right? Multiple streams of income can either mean you could be working a full-time job and having your business at the side. Those are two different streams of income, right? So, when people say they are like serial entrepreneurs, and that's because they have multiple different businesses, and those businesses may not be related to each other at all, right? Those are the type of people I call serial entrepreneurs. And because they have multiple different businesses, those are also multiple streams of income. So they could be having their normal 8 to 4 job or 9 to 5 job. They could be having a car wash. They could be having a virtual assistant business. They could be renting out their property. There's so many different ways, right? So you're not limited to one way to create multiple streams of income in your life, right? Because we have to understand a lot of these gurus and entrepreneurs that we like to follow, we see them making millions of dollars and that kind of thing. It's because they have mastered the art of creating multiple streams of income in their lives, right? And again, that can look like different things. So, as I said, it can look like you having different businesses. But a lot of times, when entrepreneurs come to me to ask me about creating multiple streams of income, they're not thinking necessarily of multiple businesses. They're thinking of how can I create another stream of income in the business that I am presently running, right? So that's another way to look at it. How do I create another stream of income in the business that I am presently running? And let's talk about, and I'll give you some examples at the end, but let's talk about why this is important. I hope you have pen and paper, guys. I always am a proponent to write things down So you can always go back to it after so that you can remember it and you can actually implement. You're not just listening for listening's sake. So make sure you have your pen and paper when you are to take some notes, right? So why is it important to have multiple streams of income? Well, I believe it's important so that you can create a healthy flow of revenue in your business, right? In your life. Because just in case one stops, it doesn't mean that your life will come to a screeching halt because you have no money coming in. We saw this play out really, really highly at the start of the pandemic, where some people who had multiple streams of income, one of their streams of income really fell flat because everything kind of shut down. People were spending money differently. People were not spending money as much. But because they had another stream of income, they were still able to sustain themselves and sustain the life that they want. And that's why it's important for you to start to consider, how can I incorporate another or multiple streams of income in my business, right? Because, guys, we know in life and in business, what happens? Things go up and down, right? It's just normal. Some things you have absolute control over, and then there are things that you have no control over, like the pandemic, right? Which will affect your business, right? Like I know a lot of businesses were also affected when we, like in Trinidad, we couldn't get foreign exchange. Those things affect your business. I know like one business was affected when, she was in Tobago and the ferry wasn't running between Trinidad and Tobago, so she couldn't get her raw materials. Your business can be affected in so many different ways that you have absolutely no control over. And that's why you need to decide, in my business, how can I with one business, create multiple streams of income? So I'm not just depending on this one thing to bring in all the money into my life at any given time, right? So if this train runs dry, I'm still receiving money from train B and train C and train D until I figure out how do I restart train A if I so desire. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me a two in the chat if it makes sense. Give me a two in the chat if it makes sense. That's what you need to think about in your own business. How am I creating this thing, and how do I create it so that I have a healthy flow of income, of revenue coming into my life, right? I mean, not talking about different businesses. So think about it this way. A department store, right? When you go into a store, you might see a woman section, a clothing section for women. You might see a section for kids. You might see a section for men. You may see a section for shoes. You may see a section for, let's say, jewelry or accessories. Those are multiple streams of income in one business, right? Because the store could just be selling women's clothes alone. But no, they decided, okay, instead of just focusing on women's clothes alone, let's focus on clothes for kids, or let's focus on clothes, and let's focus on clothes for men, and let's also focus on accessories, which will complement the clothes that we're selling for the men, the children, and the women. And let's also focus on shoes, which will also complement the clothes that we're selling for women, children, and men. So if you think about a department store, you can think about it like that. Think about even like the huge Maxi stores that we have now, right? If you go to any of the big Maxi stores, you see that they also have a section where they are selling appliances, right? That's another stream of income. In the Maxi stores as well, you see there's a section where they may be selling cakes or they're selling food. If you go into a food hall, you see where they're also selling food in addition to selling groceries. That's another stream of income in the same business. Does that make sense, guys? That is what you need to figure out in your own business. How can I add extra streams of income so I'm not just relying on one stream of income? So even if, let's say, the grocery is empty today, but there's a line of people buying food, right? The grocery is still making money some way, somehow, or the grocery is empty today, but there are a line of people buying cakes, right? They're still making money. So in your business, think about what are the different departments. Think about it like that. What are the different departments I can add to my business so that I can create multiple streams of income? That is how you have to think about it. What are the different departments that I can create? Now, I want you to also know that any type of business can do this, right? This is not solely based for like service based businesses, right? Even if you have a product based business, there is a way for you to devise a plan so that you can create multiple streams of income. And we'll get into examples in a little while, right? But I want you to wrap your head around how this can be possible for you. Yeah. So any kind of business, whether you're a brick and mortar business, whether you're an online business, whether you're selling a service or whether you're selling a product, you can sell a service and a product together. That is how people create multiple streams of income. So they're selling a service, but they also have a product that they sell. So they're selling a service, but they're also selling sweatshirts, right? Or sweaters that support the service that they're selling, or they're selling notebooks that support the service that they're selling, or they're selling workbooks that support the service that they're selling. That is multiple streams of income. So they can actually be sold together or they can be sold separately. But at any given time, you are generating income from every single department in your business. That is what you need to think about, right? And it doesn't mean you have to do a product and a service, but that's just an example. A lot of service based businesses are also selling products as a way to generate another stream of income in their business. Give me a three if that is making sense to you. Give me a three in the chat if that makes sense to you, right? It's how are you creating multiple departments in your one business. We're not talking about the idea of creating multiple businesses. We're creating multiple streams of income in your one business by adding multiple departments in your business, right? So how do you start? That is a big question. How do you start to do something like this? So you need to start to think, okay, most of you have one main core offer, right? Product or service. You have one main core offer. What you're going to do to decide what could be my next department is figure out what is complementary to what I'm already offering. What is complementary to what I'm already offering, or what how do my audience need this thing delivered? Do they need it delivered in different ways? Right? And if I can deliver it in different ways, then I can create other departments, right? Therefore, creating other streams of income in my business. Does that make sense, guys? Think about your core offer and then think about what is complementary to the offer that you currently have, right? Or think about your core offer and think about how else, what are the various ways I can deliver this core offer to my audience? Because there are various ways for you to deliver the same core offer to my audience. And by doing that, you are creating multiple streams of income in your business and not just relying on one. Yeah? Hi, Kelly. Yeah? Does that make sense to you guys? That's a yes or no in the comments, right? That is how you start off. That is how you start off, right? So let's just jump into some examples. And I always like to use myself as an example. I'm a coach and I'm a consultant. And for me, I've created multiple streams of income, and other coaches and consultants have created multiple streams of income by not just doing one-on-one coaching, because one-on-one coaching, and guys, remember, each stream of income has a different price point. So that's what you have to remember. So from one stream of income, you can be making $10,000. From another stream, you can be making five. From another stream, you can be making 15. Each one of those streams, you have to have, you're making a different, you bring any money, right? So you also have to be very clear how money is coming in from each one of these streams. You're not just lumping it all together. So even if you say to yourself at the end of the month, I want to make $40,000, right? But in my business, I have three different streams of income. That 40,000 is the overall amount of money. What you can then do is take that $40,000, instead of that $40,000 coming from one stream of income, you can break that up and say, okay, I want to make $40,000. I want to attract $40,000 every single month. If I have four streams of income, then from each stream of income, I should be able to attract $10,000 in each stream of income. So you want to break it up like that. And when you break it up like that, guys, it helps you to build a momentum. It helps you to stay focused. It helps you to manage your time better. It just helps you to actually make it come to life. Because if you have to, let's say, I don't know what your prices may be, but let's say you have to get $10,000 from this particular stream of income, you might just need to sell two things, right? For the whole month, you might just need to sell two things to get that $10,000. And then to get the $10,000 on this side, I might just need to sell 10 things. And then to get $10,000 on this side, I might just need to sell five things. So it doesn't mean that you have to sell thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right? When you break it up like that. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what type of business. As I said, as a coach or consultant, one of the ways that I make multiple streams of income and I teach my other coaches and consultants to make multiple streams of income is that we break up our revenue. So we can do one-on-one coaching or consulting one-on-one, right? We can do group coaching, we can do corporate coaching, right? Corporate training and that kind of thing on whatever our areas of expertise are, whether that's leadership, whether that's entrepreneurship, financial literacy, whatever your area of expertise are. You can also do affiliate marketing and you can also do digital marketing, right? And when I say digital marketing, meaning you can sell an ebook, you can have a membership site, which kind of gives you a passive stream of income. And I could do passive because passive is not really passive, but we'll talk more about that. We can do affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when you affiliate your business with another business and you share that link with your audience. And every time somebody clicks on that link and buys using that link, you get paid. So you can use that link in your videos, you can use that link in your emails, you can use that link in your blogs, you can use that link wherever you want to use that link, right? An affiliate link can be something like an Amazon. So many companies have affiliate links, right? And these affiliate links comes from programs that we use every single day. So as I said, it could be Amazon, it could be Canva, it could be MailChimp or MailerLite, it could be, think of all the products that you are using, all the tools that you are using in your business, and do a search if any one of them have affiliate links. And if you can sign up to become an affiliate with them, right? And you can use that link and share it with your audience. And when your audience uses your link, right, then and they purchase, then you can get paid. So that's another way for you to generate income. And that's passive in the sense that you don't have to do anything more than share the link. But obviously, you have to have a strategy to share the link, right? And you have to do that. You have to share that link often enough for you to make real money, for it to make sense. So those are the different ways that, let's say, a coach or a consultant can make multiple streams of income in their business. Give me a 4 in the chat if that is making sense. Give me a 4 in the chat. We'll do some more examples if that is making sense to you. And the thing is, when you're thinking about multiple streams of income, there is what I like to call active streams of income and passive streams of income. So with active streams of income, you are actively working every single day. So active stream of income would be like one-on-one coaching because you have to actively engage with somebody on a daily basis, right? A passive stream of income may be if you created like some kind of digital product or something and you are just running ads for the month and people could click on the ad, purchase the product, get it directly in their inbox, and you don't have to do anything else. You are just literally receiving money from the sales, right? That is an example of what I would call passive income, right? And only passive because you may not have to do something every single day, but with business you have to do something, right? So that could be like running ads to something, as I said, to one of your digital products or one of your pre-recorded trainings or anything like that, and where your audience can actually purchase it and get it immediately, and you are just collecting money, right? But that's it's in front of your audience on a continuous basis. So that's what it is. Even like a membership. A membership is a mix of passive and active because with a membership, obviously you have to promote it. So that's the active part. But with a membership, you may not necessarily need to be inside that membership every single day, right? You might decide, look, with my membership model, because there are different models, I am going to be in there once a week or whatever the case may be, right? So it's a mix of active and passive. So you have to decide based on the lifestyle that you want, based on the business model that you want, how much of an active income, active model you want to pursue, or a passive model that you want to pursue. But I believe it's great to have a mix of the two, right? And the passive income stream is great because it's less work. And again, it's one of those things where money should just be coming into you, whether you are actively engaged or not. We like to say things like, you're making money in your sleep. Right. That's what people are referring to when they talk about like a passive income stream. You're waking up and you're just seeing people coming in, coming in, coming, but they're not actually waiting on you to do anything. Right. They are getting whatever it is they sign up for immediately, whether that's access to something or whether that's a product that you have like your drop shipping. I'm sure a lot of you may be familiar with drop shipping. You have your drop shipping offer order. So once they put it in and they say they want to buy this thing, the order automatically goes to them. So you don't actively have to do anything, right? The order goes to them. You are collecting your money, and that's it. So when you're thinking about creating those multiple streams of income, I want you to think about both active and passive. Yes, both active and passive. Yeah. So let's give another example. Let's say you cook food, right? That's your business. You like to cook food, you like to sell food and that kind of thing. So one of the things that you can do, and guys notice I'm not saying you have to do all of these things, right? And I'll also dive into some of the mistakes I see a lot of entrepreneurs fall into when they start to create multiple streams of income, right? But let's say you like to sell food, that's your passion. You love to cook food, different types of food and that kind of thing for your business, and you decide to turn this into a business. Or you can do daily sales, right? So you have somewhere set up, whether it's in your house, in a shop, whatever. You're doing daily sales. That is one of your streams of income, right? Another stream of income could be you're doing catering. So you're catering for events, for weddings and different types of stuff. So you also have your catering. So that's another stream of income. But you remember your core is food, eh? Your core offer is food. So you're doing the daily sales where people come and buy lunch from you every single day. That's one stream of income. And then you're doing catering. So that's another stream of income. A third stream of income is, let's say, which is part of your daily sales. Could be like, let's say you are hooked up with a office or something that is close to where your business is set up, right? And you make an offer to that office, and they know that in that office there are 20 people who usually buy food every single day. You can be contracted to provide them with daily meals, right? So that could be another stream of income. So in addition to cooking food for people who are just going to walk off the street into your shop, you're also doing catering for particular events. And you can also be doing catering, for want of a better word, to like a business place or something on a daily basis. Another thing that you can do, depending on how great a chef you are, you can also create a cookbook, right, with your greatest recipes or something like that. That could be another stream of income. You create the cookbook, you put it up on Amazon, you run ads on social media, and people are buying your cookbook left, right, and center. You do promotions around it, you have it in the shop as well, right? And people are buying your cookbook. Think about Tabitha Brown, guys. She's a great example of how you create multiple streams of income, right? So she has her cookbooks, she has her seasoning, she has her kitchenware and all those kind of things. She has her aprons. I mean, she has her clothes and all of that as well. She even has like oils for her hair and that kind of thing. She's created multiple streams of income, right? So you could also have a cookbook, have some ads running, and that could be another stream of income that you are bringing into your business. And again, guys, the reason you want to try to set that up is so that in case one of those streams runs dry for whatever reason, because life is the life in, right? That you don't stop earning money, that your wallet does not go dry, so that your bank account does not go dry. So that's an example of if you are doing food of what you can do. Let's do another example. If you're a virtual assistant, right? Because we have a high influx of virtual assistants now who are very much needed, right? But again, just like a coach or consultant, a virtual assistant can do one-on-one support for a client, right? They could do one-on-one support. They can have like 5 or 6 one-on-one clients. They can also train other virtual assistants if they have irrelevant experience and success in starting their own virtual assistant business. They can train other people to become virtual assistants, train them with the tools and resources and with time management and how to set up and all everything that they need to become a virtual assistant. So they can also do that. They could also collaborate with other virtual assistants, and I'm seeing this done where virtual assistants hire other virtual assistants so that they can take on more clients. Yeah, so that they can take on more clients. It's almost like if you're running your very own agency. So you have your virtual assistants who are working underneath you as well. Yeah, as well as you can also, as a virtual assistant, create your digital product. You can create a membership, a monthly membership where people pay to be a part of your virtual assistant membership, where you sharing tools and resources and tips and that kind of thing, and you all are swapping information and that kind of thing. Or you can actually create some type of ebook or workbook or an affiliate link to a tool that they use as a virtual assistant, and because they bought the tool, you are now getting paid. So, guys, the sky really, really is the limit. You need to just figure out what would make sense for me, right? Again, with a mixture of both passive and active income streams so that you're not getting pulled in different directions. Give me a 5 if that is making sense, because I want to really jump into some of the mistakes that I see a lot of entrepreneurs experience when they try to start this, right? As much as I'm encouraging you, I want to make sure that when you decide to create your second or third or fourth stream of income in your business, add on that extra department in your business, that you're doing it the right way, right? So that your business, your overall business, does not come crashing down. Right, so just give me a 5 in the comments if this is making sense for you so far. And guys, as usual, feel free to ask any questions at all, because that's what I'm here for. I'm going to answer your questions to make sure that when we leave this training, you completely understand what your next steps are supposed to be in your business. Because some of you are ripe and ready to start to add another stream of income. Some of you are not ready as yet, but some of you are ripe and ready. You are running your business, you are making money, you have a healthy stream of clients, but you only have one stream, right? And it's time for you to start to create second streams, second and third streams. So let's just go through three small mistakes. I wouldn't say small, but three mistakes that some entrepreneurs encounter when they try to start their multiple streams of income. And I want you to avoid this as much as possible, right? The first thing, when you decide to add on that extra stream of income, make sure that the first stream of income is working properly. Make sure that you're actually making money in that first stream of income. Make sure that that is solid, because sometimes, depending on the business, depending on the second stream of income that you want to add, it may take time to build up, right? So you want to make sure that while the second stream of income is taking time to build up, that that first stream of income is actively bringing you money no matter what. So take your time, right? Make sure that first one is up and running. Make sure the back end is up and running. Make sure you have the requisite support. Make sure you're pricing it properly. Make sure you're visible, you're showing up, you are an authority in the field. Make sure that all of that is running superbly, right? Once you do that, then yes, there's a green light. Go and start to build your second stream of income. We're not trying to build two or three at the same time, because, guys, you are going to burn out yourself, right? We only have so many tools and resources, and it's one of you, especially if you are building this business on your own. So make sure that first stream is working well, and make sure it's working first. Make sure it's bringing you money, and make sure it's bringing you clients on a regular basis, right? That's the first mistake that I see a lot of entrepreneurs fall, the trap I see a lot of them run into when they feel they're ready to start to create another stream of income. The second thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with is that they jump from idea to idea to idea, right? So every Monday morning, they have a brand new idea for your business. And while nothing is wrong with being creative and having ideas for your business, you are not going to be successful if you don't spend time nurturing that idea and really fleshing out the idea, testing out the idea and making sure it works, right? You know, that shiny object syndrome that so many of us suffer with, right? We like to jump from idea to idea. So we start this thing and then we listen to a podcast or we read this book or we heard this guru talk about something on social media and then we decide, oh my gosh, that is what I want to do instead. And then you jump to something else, right? Totally forgetting the 2 weeks of work you just did in trying to set up this second stream of income. Guys, don't fall into that trap, right? If you have decided, and guys, the reason you will decide that this particular thing is your second stream of income is because you have done the research, right? You understand your ideal clients, you understand the price point, you understand their pain points, you understand exactly what they need, and that is why you decided to create this second stream of income. Create the second stream of income, build it up like you've done your first stream of income, build it up to a point where you're actually making consistent money with it, right? You're making consistent money. You consistently have new leads. You have people buying from you and that kind of thing. Make sure you complete the implementation of the second stream of income before you jump to something else. Again, because you're not trying to do all of it at the same time, because you will lose momentum, you will get frustrated, and eventually you'll throw your hands in the air and say, listen, I can't do this. So for me, I had to master doing one on one coaching. I did one on one coaching for maybe like I would say 6 to 9 months first before I branched off into group coaching, right? Because I mastered one-on-one coaching. I was full to the brim with my one-on-one coaching. I had a waiting list of people for my next batch of one-on-one clients. So then I branched out into group coaching. So I made sure that the first income stream was actually working well. I had healthy leads, right? And then I branched off into group coaching, right? Where I used to have my sessions once a month and did like 10 people and coach like 10 people in person. And then I moved it online. And I did that actually for a year where every month I would have training, right? Before I started to do corporate training, right? So the one-on-one training and the group training were working really, really well. And then I said, okay, now let me branch off into group training because you also have to make sure that you have the resources to do it, guys. So that's how I knew, okay, I needed to bring in a virtual assistant so I can manage the back end. I needed to make sure that, the back end of my business was running smoothly. The payment system was running smoothly. The email machine was running smoothly. All of those things were running smoothly, right? But it takes time. So I went from one-on-one for 9 months, then I went to group coaching for a year, and after that year, then I went into corporate training, right? You understand, guys? And then, in fact, before the corporate training, I think, oh, I went into membership first. I went into my membership, which was my digital product, and then I went into corporate training. But you have to make sure that each one of your streams of income is actually working well before you just continue to add on and add on, right? So that's the second thing that we see. It's really a distraction, right? And then the final thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with when they decide to add another stream of income is their time management. I don't like to say time management, but I know that's a word that you all understand, right? Management of yourself, because this takes a lot of self management, whether you're doing it on your own or even if you have a small team. Because even with a team, you have to manage the team because you are the leader, you are the head of the team. So you have to be able to tell them, okay, shift left, shift right, go straight, jump high, jump low, go under, slow this down, whatever. You still have to manage the team, you have to lead the team. So time management or self management is another struggle that I see a lot of entrepreneurs experience when they decide to create multiple streams of income. So that is why it's important for you to have your systems in place and your systems working. Your systems working. Because, guys, sometimes the system that you need for one is different from the system that you need for the other, right? So make sure the first system is working well so that if you have to employ another system or you have to add that other system to what you're already um, doing, you're not still trying to fix this first one. So this first one is already fixed. Now you can focus on this other one. I see more people say that's the biggest hurdle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're not alone. A lot of people have that, right? And that's where you bring in an assistant, you bring in a virtual assistant, you bring in an assistant with particular skills who can help you with those things because everybody is going to be different. It's not a one size fits all, right? So yes, you want to create multiple streams of income. I remember Simon will know this with our flower shop. Yes, we will do walk-in clients who just want, a bouquet or something for their girlfriend or whatever. Then we would also do events. We would do like weddings and that kind of thing. Mainly weddings we were doing as well. And then another stream of income is that we had classes, right? So we used to teach people how to do their floral decor and that kind of thing, right? So we had three streams of income at any given time in our flower shop when we had our flower shop running, right? And that is what you need to think about. when you're thinking about multiple streams of income, what are the things that are complementary to the core offer that you know your audience will also pay for, that will also make sense? But before you start to add on and add on, because we started off our flower shop with just that main thing, just selling flowers, people walking off the street, that was it. And then we got into weddings, right? We collaborated with wedding planners and event planners and that kind of thing, and we were their go-to people for for flowers and that kind of thing. At one point in time, we even were collaborating with a funeral home, right? That was another stream of income because, I mean, they have funerals every day. So even if nobody walked into the shop, we knew that we were guaranteed to have at least 5 or 6 funerals every single week, and we will have to do on average 3 weeks per funeral, right? So that was another stream of income. Does that make sense, you guys? So you want to think about these streams of income like departments in your business. What are the different departments? How are they supporting each other? How much are you making from each department for you to reach your overall financial goal, right? I gave you the example of a coach, a consultant. I gave you the example of a virtual assistant. I gave you the example of somebody who likes to cook. I even gave you the example of if you're a florist or if you have a flower shop. Think about it like a department store that has a women's section, a men's section, a kids section, a section for jewelry, or a section for food, for shoes, right? Before you do the second stream of income, make sure the first stream of income is functioning. Make sure it is bringing you consistent money. Make sure it's bringing you consistent leads, right? So that you're not jumping. Because, guys, you will get really, really, really tired if you're jumping. You're trying to fix one while you're starting the other one. Make sure that first one is fixed first, and then you can start the next one. And guys, as usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. This is what I help a lot of entrepreneurs with. So if this is something that you are struggling with, jump into my DMs. Let's talk about what are the steps you need to put in place to make this a reality in your business in 2024, because now is the time for you to implement these things. Now is the time for you to put things in place so that you can experience this level of growth and this level of revenue in your business, because this is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. And this is how a lot of people are becoming multimillionaires, right? This is how a lot of them are moving from 4 figures a month to 6 figures a month, right? It's not a lot of times, I shouldn't say it's not, but a lot of times it's not just by selling one thing. It's because they have multiple streams of income coming in, right? So that they're not depending on just one stream. So in case something happens, they're still bringing money in. They're still bringing money in, right? And as I said, what I like to advise my clients is to have both a mix of passive and active income streams coming in, right? The active where you have to be involved on a day-to-day basis, and then the passive where you are literally, like we like to say, waking up every morning with money in your account, right? In your bank account. You have to figure out, what does that look like for me? What does that look like for my business? And a lot of times that may be some type of digital product, or some kind of digital offering, some kind of affiliate marketing, drop shipping, ebook, workbook, pre-recorded trainings, and that kind of thing that you can sell, and you don't actually have to do anything besides make sure that people know that it exists, right? So you can literally run ads to your perfect audience on a regular basis. I have one client who does that. She runs ads for the whole month, right? And sells her stuff. And from that, she is bringing in money into her business. She doesn't have to do anything but make sure that the ads run every single month. Yes. So think about that for your business and how you can get that started. Again, if this is something that you desire for your business, jump into my DMs, leave a comment here, let me know. Come into my DMs and say multiple streams, Adana. So I know that you are ready and serious, right? Because once you tell me multiple streams, I know, okay, this person is ready to join the program. This person is ready to get into some serious work so that in a few months, because guys, again, this does not happen overnight, that this happens over time, because we have to make sure that your first stream is running properly and in place, right? So we can start to add the second stream and the third stream and the fourth stream of income in your business. So jump into my DMs and say multiple streams safe in the comments here if you're watching the replay as well, so that I can reach out to you and we can start to have a conversation about how you can actually implement these things in your business. Give me a six if this is all making sense. Give me a six in the comments if this is all making sense. This is your aha moment. This is making you excited, and you know this is something that you actually want to implement in your business. Give me a six in the comments, guys. Because it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to get into action. One thing to talk about it, but it's another thing altogether to get into action to make sure that it actually becomes a reality for you. And yes, it may sound scary, but I like to say do it scared. If when you're thinking about it, you're getting butterflies in your stomach, that is an indication that this is your time, right? Because I say butterflies are always an indication that yes, Adana, you have to take this leap, right? Because you're moving yourself out of your comfort zone. That's what you're doing. You're moving yourself out of your comfort zone, and moving yourself to the next level. And a lot of times, moving yourself to the next level feels uncomfortable, right? But that's okay. Once you start to implement and get into action and do the things that you need to do, you become more comfortable in that situation. But remember, guys, you're not alone, because that's where I come in, right? You're not alone. You have the support. You can follow my template. I've done it for myself, and I've done it for quite a number of my clients as well. And they can attest to that, so that you know that. And I'm going to make sure that you don't experience the heartache that I experienced when I was doing this, because I had nobody to really guide me on this part of it. I had to make a lot of boo boos, a lot of errors, spend a lot of bad money before I got it right. But I got it right eventually by trial and error. Right. But again, this is something that I really help my clients with, and I would love to support you on this journey. Simone, if it's something you want to do, let me know. Kelly, if it's something you want to do, let me know. Jump into my DMs tonight, and let's have a conversation about how we can actually make this happen in your business. So I hope this training was well. Look out for more training next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. I told you guys I'm trying to go live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. With different types of training material, so that you always feel supported. You're always getting the tools and resources to help you grow your business and to help you to move from where you are to where you want to be with your marketing and with your sales, because it's very important for you to actually actively implement the strategies that we talk about if you want to see some real change, right? Just talking about it is never enough. You have to actually get into action, right? And feel uncomfortable while you're getting into action in order to get the results that you actually want. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for participating, for your questions, and for your engagement. If you're listening to this on the replay, don't forget to put replay in the comments so I know that you're listening to it on the replay. Um, and again, I'm here to support you. Have a great night. Be safe. Follow the rules. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.